Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer. Are you looking for a set of tire chains for your 2024 GMC Sierra 2500 and you want them to be really easy to install? Well, the Konig XD-16 Pros are going to be a great set to go with because they're some of the easiest to install and they're going to fit great on our Sierra today with tire size 275, 65, R20. If you have a different tire size, be sure to just plug that information into our vehicle fit guide here at etrailer. You can find the right kit for you because these are meant to fit a range of different tire sizes. But let's check them out. The XD-16s are going to be an assisted tensioning tire chain. And really all that means is it's got a tensioning device built in that you have to put some manual input to. It's this main section of chain here that you have to pull tight, but it's built in and it's going to help keep the chain tight on the tire, resulting in a really strong fit when you're going down the road. And it's nice because you don't have to pick up anything separately. It's just ready to go out of the box. The links form these diamond shapes over the tread. Diamond pattern chains are going to be really great for your ride quality because there's less bumps than something like a ladder pattern where there's just links that go perpendicular across the tire and it tends to leave a more bumpy feeling going down the road. These will also give you better traction on turns. Now the individual links have a square shape, and you can see that with the hard edges and the raised surfaces here. Square links are great for breaking up ice because of those hard edges, and it's going to give you a pretty good mix from traction and snow and to, like I said, breaking up some ice. These are pretty small links, so not the most aggressive out there, but great for moderate driving conditions. The chains are constructed of a manganese nickel alloy. That's going to be a lot more corrosion resistant, so as you use these over multiple seasons, they're getting wet from the snow, ice, things like that, they're not going to corrode as quickly and they'll last a lot longer. Now all the links and sections of the chain that pass in front of your wheel are going to have some sort of coating on them. One, to protect your wheel if it happens to get hit, maybe you go into a snowdrift and it pushes the chain in, but also just to keep your hands a bit more comfortable as you're touching it because it won't get near as cold as the bare metal would. The chains come two to a pair and they give you this storage bag for keeping them together. This storage bag isn't the nicest, but it's certainly far from the worst. Some will give you dividing compartments so that the chains don't get tangled together. This one is just one big pocket, but the material is pretty thick, and with these chains not being the most aggressive thing in the world, I suspect it's going to last just fine. And it's going to be really easy to store, say, under the back seat of your Sierra or in the bed during the winter season if you need it more accessible. And I know I mentioned that the install is really straightforward. The nice thing is you don't have to go underneath the vehicle or make any connections behind the tire. That's one of the things that makes this really unique for this set of chains at least. And it's going to make it a lot easier on you because if you're on the side of the road, you shouldn't have to kneel down in the snow if you don't want to. You could do it all from a position like this pretty comfortably and pretty quickly. I still recommend when you get these, just trying it out in your driveway once or twice to get a feel for how it fits on the tire. But if you want to see what that process looks like, follow along and we'll do it together. The first step of our installation here is going to be just to lay the chain out and make sure that nothing's tangled and that we have it in the proper orientation. And to check the orientation, we really just need to pay attention to this opening in the middle. That's where the tire base will sit. And this cord here. The cord will sit behind our tire, and the cross links that join the chain with that cable need to be facing down. There's a more smooth side and a hooked end. That hooked end is what's facing down, so that the smooth side is what our tire touches. When you've got the orientation all set, we can take it and feed it behind our tire and out the other side. This end with the tensioning arm, I'm not feeding behind because that is really prone to getting tangled. So the other side will hopefully be a little bit easier, and you can just fish it out the other side if it does happen to get caught. And just pull everything out to the front where we can see it and untangle anything that got tangled while moving it back there. From here, everything's pretty quick. We'll just grab the two ends of that coated cable, bring it up into our wheel well, and connect the stud to the catch plate here. Don't let go of it yet. Hold onto those chains and draw them towards the front, where we can make our second connection on the outside edge here, and that'll be this red hook to this red link here. Now the chain will support itself and we can get it centered on the tire using these cross sections as a guideline for our center. And just draw everything out to the front, where eventually we'll work our way down to the bottom, turn our attention to that tensioning arm and the ratcheting mechanism on the other side, join those two together, and just give it a good pull. That spring will expand a little bit as we do this, and we can feed it through the red links on the side here. Honestly, I think we're only going to need one, because we want to then be able to pull it across and hook it up somewhere like up here, where it's pulling tension on that cord there. Everything's nice and tight here, and it's resulting in a really snug fit all around the tire. At this point, you'd want to repeat the installation steps on the other side and drive forward a bit and just let these kind of settle, because as the tire starts to move, fitment might change. And you might find yourself needing to go back out and just pull on this an extra few clicks as it settles in place. But once you've done that, you're ready to hit the road. That'll do it for a look at and the installation of the Konig XD-16 Pro tire chains on the back of our 2024 GMC Sierra 2500. My name's Aiden, and thanks for watching.